That's right, Willem. I'm joined now by General David Petraeus. He is, of course, the chair of KKR's Global Initiative, a four-star U.S. general and the former director of the CIA. General, it's wonderful to be with you. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Good to be with you.
I want to kick off by asking you about what we've seen from the White House in the last 24 hours. President Trump meeting with President Erdogan, giving him essentially 15 minutes of free airtime to speak to an international audience. While at the same time, there are such serious questions about the U.S. relationship today with Turkey. And you and I both know that it's very difficult to reconcile a Russian S-400 system with the F-35s. Is the Turkish sort of strategy here endangering Americans and even Europe?
Well, obviously, this is a sensitive time in the relationship, not just between Turkey and the United States, but Turkey with its NATO partners writ large. The introduction of a Russian air defense system that will preclude Turkey from receiving the F-35 is obviously not welcome. And I'm sure that some of the discussions that they've had have been to try to find a path forward where something could be done so that that system is not operating at the same time as the F-35 if it is allowed to be sold to Turkey now, having been halted. That could go forward. I hope that's the case. Turkey is a very, very important country to NATO. It's very geostrategically important in its positioning in a variety of different ways. It's played an important role as a base for our aircraft and other assets in the region. So again, I hope that this can be resolved, and I hope also that the issue of where Turkey's buffer zone into Syria will be is also mapped out so that we can then determine where our forces will be located in support of the Syrian Kurds who are going to continue to get the proceeds from the oil production that is in northeastern Syria.
The president, of course, has gotten a lot of flack for his decision with regards to the Kurds in the last several weeks and in terms of protecting even the oil as well. And you've said that that was a good decision in the past. But with regards,
I said it was a good decision to go back.
Yes.
Again, I agreed very strongly with Senator McConnell at the time, who judged that this was a grave strategic mistake. And I strongly agreed with that. It was equal parts abandoning the Kurds, handing the victory to Iran and Russia, who are not our friends, rendering a large population essentially homeless, possibly refugees, a degree of ethnic displacement, if not ethnic cleansing, and perhaps most importantly of all, taking our eye off the Islamic State. Keep in mind that our mission there is not just to eliminate the caliphate that the Islamic State established in Iraq and Syria, which has been done and is a significant achievement. It's to achieve the enduring defeat of the Islamic State. And there are still some 25,000 fighters in that region, and we need to keep an eye on them. And the way that we have done this is with a very small, modest-sized U.S. force that is advising, assisting, and enabling our Syrian Kurd partners and some Syrian Arabs in northeastern Syria to do that, as we do the same with the Iraqi security forces to the east.
Just a couple of weeks away from the NATO summit in London. That will also, of course, coincide with the state visit as well from the president. The question, of course, is how would you advise the NATO allies at this point? Because what we've seen from Turkey over the last several years is deeply concerning in terms of their foreign policy.
It is deeply concerning, and we have to be very forthright with our Turkish allies about that. I think that perhaps...
What does a firm hand look like there?
Well, a firm hand has now been established that you will not have the F-35 if the Russian air defense system is operating in your country. And again, I suspect that deep down Turkey is really wondering about the wisdom of that particular decision. They will say perhaps that we didn't make the Patriot available enough. That's very arguable. But at this point, what you have to do is have a degree of strategic patience. It's vitally important, I think, for the alliance to keep Turkey as a member, not to allow an issue that is tactical almost in a sense with strategic consequences, but surely should not be that which forces us to remove Turkey from the alliance or something along those lines. We've got to work this out. It's going to take patience. It's going to take a lot of diplomacy behind the scenes, strategic dialogue, and so forth. And that is what I hope can be pursued. And again, also working out where is it that Turkey will be located within Syria, noting that they have had legitimate security concerns about the Kurds in Syria who do have a relationship with the Turkish Kurd terrorist group PKK.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.